I want to do an exercise with you. It's a little extreme, but it really gets my point across. Are you ready? How many of y'all watching this think that there is a 5% chance that in the next 12 months you can make $1 million legally? If you think that you can make $1 million in the next 12 months legally, I want you to comment 1 on this video in the comment section. Now, how many of y'all believe there is a 10% chance that you could make $1 million legally within the next 12 months? If that's you, then I want you to put a 2 in the comment section below. How many of y'all think that there is a 30% chance that you could earn $1 million legally in the next 12 months? If that's you, comment below with the number 3. I want you to do this now. Okay, I'm assuming that not too many people typed any number in the comments. Now, what if I told you that you had to make $1 million in the next 12 months, or every single person you know and love would be killed? They would all die if you didn't find a way to come up with $1 million legally in 12 months. How many of y'all now think that you could find a way to come up with $1 million in the next 12 months? If this added stipulation changed your mind, I want you to put a number 4 in the comments. Probably a lot more people are responding with the number 4, am I right? This added cause of having something destructive happen to the people that you love the most motivated you to believe in yourself enough to earn $1 million in 12 months. It wasn't the amount of training you had. It wasn't the amount of education that you got. It wasn't a different job. It was a different level of motivation. This same level of thinking is what keeps most people thinking that they have to settle for life. They have to settle for the one that they have with the narcissist, and it's totally impossible to change. The narcissist always does something to derail your plans just when you think you've gotten away from them. You believe your life's outcome is dependent upon the way the narcissist responds to you. You believe the quality of life that you will have is dependent upon what they do. In this exercise I just did with you a moment ago, I showed you that you are capable of far more than what you are settling for right now. And if you were truly motivated and believed that you had it within you to achieve a certain goal, no matter how extreme or how unreasonable it seems in one moment, in the very next moment, with the proper motivation, that could now become a possibility. Why? Because your motivation level changed. When I'm working with my clients, a lot of them come in wanting to make whatever situation they're in stop. So if they keep going back to court with a narcissist, they want the court situation to end. They want the harassment to end. They want the lies that the narcissist is spreading or some other thing that the narcissist is doing to end. And that's enough to begin coaching with me. That's enough motivation because it motivated them enough to find me, to hire me, to work with me. But through my coaching, I show them that the reason why something hasn't stopped, why the narcissist lies haven't stopped, why they keep going back to court with the narcissist is because that something else hasn't started. You can't put an end to what the narcissist is doing to you without starting a new trajectory for your life. Let me pause on that statement for just a moment and take you through another short exercise. How much has the narcissist cost you? How much time? How much money? How much peace? How many memories? I want you to actually write this stuff down. I want you to think about the things that you have gone through with the narcissist, that you have given up in order to appease the narcissist. You will continue to pay the price that the narcissist demands until you learn how to set your own price. You will not understand how to break away from what the narcissist is doing if you don't know what you are worth. You have allowed the narcissist to dictate the trajectory and the speed of your life. And now I want you to think about the things that you have tried already in order to make whatever it is that you wanted to stop with your narcissist to work. Maybe you've already gone to therapy. Maybe you've done marriage retreats, co-parenting counseling. You've hired the best attorney that you could find. You've done individual therapy. Maybe you've joined a support group at your church or in your local community. Maybe you've prayed and thought that God would sovereignly change the narcissist or change your situation. Regardless of what you have done, your actions have already cost you something. They've cost you your time, they've cost you your peace, they've caused you to acquiesce to the narcissist's demands. When will it be enough? When will you stop allowing the narcissist to continue to charge you for something that you don't even want in the first place? We need to have a radical shift in the way that we approach narcissism and narcissistic abuse recovery. If we don't acknowledge and assume responsibility for our situation, it will never change. The narcissist will continue to take money from you. They will continue to take time from you. They will continue to take energy, your peace, and memories that you looked forward to creating from you. Right now, in this situation, the narcissist has set the price and you have paid it. Until you start shifting that momentum and changing the way that you approach and interact with a narcissist, because you have changed the way that you view the narcissist and view yourself, then you will continue to allow them to rob you of every resource that you have. I'm not against traditional therapy. However, if you want to recover and you want to recover fast from narcissistic abuse while interacting with a narcissist, you need a coach. And more specifically, you need my Narcissistic Detox Intensive. You will continue to be searching for the right answer in the places that you feel comfortable looking, which will continue to get you little to zero results. You have to do something different. You have to do something drastic. So stop wasting your time and start finding the motivation that you had when I told you that you needed $1 million in 12 months, or you would lose everything precious and meaningful to you. That motivation, that level of commitment, that level of guidance is what will help you heal from narcissistic abuse, and more importantly, so that you can start living your dream life. The goal here is not to dig yourself out of a hole and be back at zero. The goal is to have the life that you want. This is not impossible. I'm speaking from a place of experience. I have done this my own self, and more importantly than that, I've been able to replicate that result in hundreds of people over the past 5 years. You need someone who specifically understands narcissistic abuse and how to unhook yourself from the type of damage the narcissist has caused in your life. Before I end this video, I want to do one more exercise with you. I want you to think about and list out how many tethers that you have in place to the narcissist. So how many places in your life are tied to the narcissist? So think through everything that you have together. This could be life insurance policies, children, grandchildren, cars, boats, houses, businesses, investments. I want you to list them all out right now. By the way, each one of your kids, they get their own separate tie. You have your own separate tie to the narcissist through that child, through that grandchild. List every single thing that you have in common with the narcissist, every single one of these ties that you have. When you list these things out, you'll start to see that unless you can unwind and undo every single one of these attachments to the narcissist is going to remain in your life. I think a lot of people put off their healing journey because they think that time will just eventually make this stop, and that time will eventually cause all of the pieces of their shattered life to come back together somehow. But when you actually take a look at the reality of the situation, which is that the narcissist is not going anywhere, and you will have to have connection to them, some sort of communication with them in some way, shape, or form for the duration of your life, I think this is the motivation that most people need in order to start taking the recovery process seriously. You need to invest in yourself apart from the narcissist. You need to find the motivation that you would have to make $1 million in 12 months if you knew it meant that your children or your grandchildren would be harmed because you didn't do so. The reason that most people don't have this level of dedication to anything that they do in their life, but especially when it comes to their recovery process, is because they don't believe that it's possible for them. But if you have the faith to believe in something that says, I can make $1 million in 12 months if it was a necessity for my family, then you can also tether your motivation to the things that you need to do in order to continue to be an amazing mom or grandma or business owner or uncle or whatever it is that you do and whoever you show up for every day. Equipping yourself to not only deal with a narcissist when they show up in your life, maybe this means that they're bringing you back to court, or maybe you have to meet them during the holidays, or maybe there's a wedding or some other type of event where you will both be together, is vital for you to move forward. But what's more important is that you learn who you are and how to show up authentically as that person. You need to know how to make choices that align with your ideal life and your true value system. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you know who that is. It adds this layer of a false comfort when you tell yourself that you know who you are and you know what you stand for, but then you do the exact opposite in your day-to-day life dealing with a narcissist. And it's also teaching your children to do something that you're not in agreement with them doing. There's 2.5 months left in this year. Don't leave 2022 the same way that you started it. Join my intensive and get healed before this year is done. Equip yourself with the necessary skills and identity to deal with the narcissist over the holidays, in court, and beyond that. In the first 24 hours of joining my intensive, you will have the skills necessary to respond and not to react to the narcissist. If you are ready to truly make this change for yourself and for your family, I want you to text the word DETOX and your first name to 512-677-9322. I look forward to speaking with you, to learning more about your situation, and ultimately to finding out if you qualify to join my intensive.